You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, young people would have to head home earlier if City Council passes a new ordinance. We have a look at a possible new youth curfew in Atlanta and why some say it is so important.
Another round of scattered showers. Thunderstorms will pop up again this afternoon. Will it last for the rest of the week? I'll let you know in the full forecast coming up.
Plus, we've got a look at the first horror film based on Lake Lanier's dark history. Hours from now, the Atlanta City Council will revive the issue of a citywide curfew for kids under the age of 16.
11 Alive's Ariana Manise is outside Atlanta City Hall this morning. The council wants an earlier curfew, but how much earlier are we talking, Ariana?
Well, the plan is to start this curfew 3 hours earlier, and today we expect the entire city council to decide how to move forward with this matter after it passed its first hurdle last week when it was unanimously approved by the council's public safety committee. Now, this new proposal for a new curfew would apply to teens 16 and under, and that means when they're out in public after 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, they'll have to be with an adult, and for during the week, from Sunday to Thursday, it will be at 8 p.m. Now, the current curfew in Atlanta, that's set for midnight on Friday and Saturday and 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. Now, council, they will also consider an ordinance to remove a $1,000 fine for violating the curfew and instead require attendance at certain educational programs. Now, this renewed push for an earlier curfew comes after 16-year-old Breasia Powell was shot and killed, and this plan initially gained momentum after the shooting death of 2 teens near Atlantic Station. Now, the meeting is expected to start at 1 p.m. where the entire city council will consider this ordinance, and you can expect for us to give you the outcome of this vote on air as well as online. Back to you.
All right, Ariana, thank you. Time now 6:49. Here's what's happening now. We are working to learn more after a deadly shooting at a Southwest Atlanta apartment complex.
Yeah, police tell us 2 people were shot there. Just minutes after police got on the scene, they heard even more gunshots coming from the other side of the complex. You can see in this video, after police heard that, they took off running, scrambling to go investigate. We are still working to learn if anyone was hurt from that second round of gunfire.
Right now, police are still searching for 19-year-old Christian Houston. He allegedly shot and killed a 38-year-old man. There was a standoff for 7 hours at that house until police got inside the home and realized Houston was not inside.
We are what lies underneath.
The new horror trailer for a film based on Lake Lanier has been released. The film focuses on the lake, which was once a black town called Oscarville. That changed after the death of a white woman back in 1912. It led to mobs driving out the black community, and the rest of the town was flooded. The film will be out in September, on September 1st. That was a look at your top headlines, Chesley.
All right, we're looking at some showers rolling out and rolling in. In fact, we had some showers overnight now, starting to pull away from us, moving up further to the north, and then more now starting to rotate in. The shower can break out at any time, but more likely once we get toward the afternoon, we'll have some scattered showers popping up, I think, around the noon hour, and then a few embedded thunderstorms will start developing some of those as we head further into the afternoon with the daytime heating. Look out for some fog, folks. If you're traveling around, you got 0 visibility in some spots, 1 mile visibility up toward Clayton, got it in Duluth. I got 5 mile visibility over into parts of Carrollton, was down to 0 not long ago, down to 2 miles visibility over toward Thomason. So it's a little patchy on the outside, not very widespread. Temperature-wise, we're in the 70s in a lot of spots. Starting off this morning on the mild side, like Conyers at 71, 70, and down toward McDonough and Locust Grove. Covington the same. You're right at 69 degrees in Noonan, 70 in Peachtree City, and up toward Fayetteville, 69 degrees Chattahoochee Hills, 69 also in Marietta. Powder Springs at 66. You're at 68 degrees in Ackworth. Dallas over in Paulding County, you're at 67. 71 degrees in Tucker and DeKalb County. Looking at 71 downtown Atlanta and 70 right now in East Point. So a nice mild start for us. We'll be warming up this afternoon. Not as high as we should be. 83 degrees, your afternoon high temperature. We should be in the upper 80s this time of year. Yeah, shorts and short sleeves. You can do that for this afternoon, but note that it will be on the soggy side. Kids will just look out on the patio and splash their feet around a little bit and on some of that soggy, because you won't get rain all day long. Again, it'll be spotty. It'll be scattered showers here and there. Where we have some of those thunderstorms, look out for some very heavy rain coming down. Upper level low spinning around. You see that counterclockwise spin right here. This is up toward eastern Tennessee. I think that's going to meander around just a little bit, so it's going to hold us in that sogginess for the next couple of days. At the surface, we have stationary boundary here now. That will be pushing over toward the east, but again, it's that upper level low that will be pesky for us over the next couple of days. Notice a light green shade over much of the state. That just means a general threat for thunderstorms. The severe weather threat is well down to the south of us over the southern portions of the state into Florida. The slight risk for severe weather, or a little higher chance, back off to our south and west. So general thunderstorms is what we can expect around here as we head into the afternoon. There you have it. By noon, got these isolated showers starting to pop up. Again, a few embedded thunderstorms will drop some brief heavy rain on you. And this is going to be the case over the next couple of days. We'll start off with the clouds, some light showers, and then during the afternoon, scattered thunderstorms. We'll do it again on Thursday. By Friday, it starts to go down to a 40% chance for that rain to be around. And then we're looking at a 20% chance by the time we hit Saturday, Sunday, less than a 10% chance. And notice as the rain threat goes down, the temperatures start to go up. 85 on Saturday, Sunday up to 88, where we should be for this time of year.
This is Jerry Carnes live outside Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Scottish Rite in Sandy Springs, where a boil water advisory is still in effect and will be for the next 2 or 3 hours at the very least. At one point, the situation caused the water pressure here to get so low that the hospital was having to divert some patients to other facilities. They are now scheduled surgeries will resume today. The water main break that caused all of this has now been prepared, and Sandy Springs is telling us it is now okay to shower this morning. But until the water's been thoroughly tested to make sure there are no contaminants, boil water for at least a minute before drinking it or brushing your teeth. If you experienced any low water pressure over the past couple of days here in Sandy Springs, you are under the boil water advisory. We are expecting an update sometime around 10 or 9 or 10 o'clock this morning to let us know if the boil water advisory will be lifted. Back to you.
Jerry, thank you. The Juneteenth holiday may have come to an end, but right now there is still a focus on the future of long-term racial reconciliation and justice. Fulton County's Board of Commissioners and their task force is now looking into reparations by investigating and digging up proof of racial crimes and other atrocities against generations of Black people in Fulton County, beginning with slavery.
Some of this information that we're finding out, sirs, is hurtful, it's harmful, it's the destruction of families, it's the destruction of generations.
We have to work towards making people whole.
Earlier this year, the Fulton County Commission voted to give its reparations task force $250,000 to conduct the investigation into who should get reparations, how much they should get, and where the county would find the money. Their goal is to complete that report by October 2024.
New this morning, some Clayton County high school students are using their summer break to lend a hand to younger students that need a little extra help in the classroom. 11 Alive caught up with the student tutors at Clayton Elementary School. The teens were busy working with teachers as they helped younger students with math, literacy, and critical thinking. District leaders say the peer-to-peer connection really resonates with kids as they learn.
Sometimes having somebody you can relate to, somebody a little younger, will help them focus in more and maybe learn something different than maybe the regular ed teacher cannot get across.
Reeves says the older students also benefit from the program. The teens gain work experience and they get a first-hand look at what teaching is really like. Reeves says hopefully some of those teens will also walk away this summer wanting to pursue a career in education.
By noon today, we'll be looking at some showers starting to develop around the area. Temperatures right at 78 degrees. We're going to make it up to a high today of about 83. That's below our average for this time of year. We should be in the upper 80s, closer to 88 for an afternoon high. Scattered thunderstorms will be around as well. Some of those thunderstorms will drop some brief heavy rain on you, so be on the lookout for that, especially around the 6 o'clock hour when you're driving home, and temperatures around 79 degrees by then.
Boy, yesterday was a mess, so I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but over the weekend, I had a chance to MC the Father's Day run, and this is something I've done for the past dozen years now. A couple of clips to show you right here. This is the Run for Dad. Run for Dad. This is to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Big shout out to Dr. Scott Miller and Wellstar Health Systems, the brainchild behind this. Yeah, this was our winner right here, Michael Smith. This guy was flying. Did it in about 17 seconds. He says, well, I have a 5-month-old, so I'm not getting a lot of sleep. I normally do it in 15 minutes.
Oh, well, excuse me, sir. And finally this morning, no good deed goes unnoticed. Smyrna police shared this on Facebook. Officer Beard was on patrol by Rose Garden Park when she noticed a teen playing basketball wearing a pair of past worn out sneakers. Later that evening, one of her co-workers snapped these photos inside the Dick's Sporting Goods of Officer Beard and that teen picking out a new pair of shoes for him. Smyrna PD thanked her for the post and for serving the citizens in such an impactful way. He's about to be.
Must be the shoes.
Yeah.
Must gotta be the shoes.